What it do, man? What it do, y'all? What it do? What it do? What it do? You already know what time it is, man. We back here to some more game on the ground for them hungry hounds who just got out the pound and are ready for the next round. With that being said, make sure y'all grab your snacks, your drinks, whatever the case may be. Cause we finna jump right into this, man. There's a lot of people out there who refuse to do what they're supposed to do because something happened to them. Oh man, I got hurt, so I can't go to the gym. Oh man, I got hurt, so I can't go to work. Oh man, I got hurt, so I can't do this, I can't do that. Like, come on, bro, really? You can't make stuff up. So many people out there, they get hurt, so to speak. Get hurt. And they use it as a cop out excuse to not do what they're supposed to do instead of just doing what they're supposed to do. There's so many people out there who use the littlest excuse so they cannot do what they're supposed to do. They run from it, and it's just like, bro, just do it. It's not that bad. It's not that hard. Just do it. The snakes are in chaos right now. That's 100% facts. But just do it, bro. It's not that hard. Quit looking for an excuse not to do it, and instead just do it. Uh, there's people out there who sit around in their mind. They go back and forth with themselves. Nah, man. This is why. Oh no, this is a better reason why I can't do. Oh no, actually, this is the best reason as to why I can't do this. And it's just like, bro, just stop. Just stop and just do what you're supposed to do. It's not that bad. It's not that hard. People act like it's the end of the world because they got to have responsibilities. But the truth is, if you didn't have responsibilities, you wouldn't be alive. You wouldn't be living right now if you weren't taking care of those responsibilities. You wouldn't be eating. Wouldn't be drinking water. You wouldn't have a roof over your head. You wouldn't have a bed to sleep in. You wouldn't have a car to drive. You wouldn't have no money in your bank. You wouldn't have all these things. But yet, people still act like it's the end of the world. Oh man, I gotta pay my bills. Man, just pay your bills. Oh man, I gotta pay my car note. Man, just pay your car note. I gotta go to work. Just go to work, bro. Just do it. So many people come up with excuses all the time. And there's gotta come a point in time where you're just like, okay, yeah, man, I gotta stop. There's gotta come a point in time when you realize that you're just bull crapping around. There's gotta come a point in time when you realize, man, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't getting nowhere. I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do. Like, come on, bro. You gotta realize when you look in that mirror and you look at yourself, you gotta realize, man, I ain't doing nothing. There's a whole lot of times when I look in the mirror and I look at myself and I'm just like, man, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't getting nothing done. But you gotta strive to do it, bro. You gotta strive to want to be better. You gotta strive to want to be the best version of yourself, even when you don't want to be. Even when you don't feel like getting up, when you don't feel like going to the gym, or you don't feel like going to work, or you don't feel like putting in that extra work, when you don't feel like working on your side hustle, you gotta do it anyways. Because if you don't, ain't nobody else going to. That's just how it is. That's the way the world works. If you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. That's 100% facts, in my opinion. That is the number one rule in this world. It takes effort. Unfortunately, people don't like effort. It's not even that. It's not even just the fact that people don't like effort. A lot of times it has to do with the fact that people don't know what effort is. They've been allowed to get away with doing the least that they can. I mean, think about it. Most people, their parents bought their first car for them. They go over to, they still live with their parents, 25, 26, 27 years old. Their parents bought their first car for them. They live in their mom's basement. They're still eating from their mom's table. They barely have a job. They're not in shape at all. Like, they don't even know what effort is because they've been fed with a silver spoon their whole lives, with the platinum spoon, their whole lives. So they don't know what effort is. They've never had a struggle, so they don't understand. And so when they realize what it means to struggle, and they realize what they got to do, they're like, oh no, man, I don't want to do that. Then they don't like it. But most of the time, it's because they don't know what it is. They don't know what effort is. That's just how it is, and it's a shame, but that's how most people are in this world. They don't know what it is, and they don't know what it ain't. Speaking of what it is and what it ain't, the main topic of this episode tonight, the distractions from the bigger picture. I know everybody's sitting around talking, hey man, you know, the list dropped. The list. They want you to look at the list. That's why it was dropped. That's why it was exposed. They want you to be so caught up and distracted and trying to figure out everybody that was on it. And the reason for that is because they got something bigger planned. They got something much bigger planned. It is a recurring factor, recurring theme, that when something is planned, they give y'all something that you want. It's like trying to sneak past a lion's den to get to whatever it is you need to get to. But the lions, they see you. They're hungry. They're starving. They're ready to eat. And you need to get past them. But you don't know how to get past them. So what you do is you bring an animal, a non-breathing animal, so that they can feed on. And you throw it to them like throwing a dog a bone. They feast on it. They're distracted by that animal that they're feasting on. That way you can sneak past the lion's den and get to where you're trying to go. That's what they do to you all the time. You are the lion's den, and the list is the animal that you're feasting on. And guess what? The whole time that you're feasting on it, you don't even know what they got going on. You don't even know what they're doing. You don't. I don't. I just know that they're going to plan something. They're planning something big. They're planning the biggest scheme in the world. And it only happens because you allow it. Instead of turning your attention where it needs to be turned, you turn it to that animal that's right in front of you, that bone that you just threw that dog. And you remain distracted. You fall for it every single time. Every single time. Just like what happened back in 2020, at the beginning of 2020. You know what happened. The incident. That was a distraction. To make you realize that they was changing everything. They was changing those numbers that year. Overnight. It don't just happen like that. It don't just miraculously change like that overnight. They distracted you with the incident. They threw you a bone and you feasted on it so they could sneak past the den. You fall for it every single time. Every single time. Why do you think all these people out here that are coming out being exposed for fraud and this, that, and the third, and the list dropping and everything else in between, Mr. T, his quote-unquote allegations, trials, whatever the case may be, all these different things, your boy Top G getting arrested, all these different things, bro. All these different things are happening on purpose. They are throwing y'all the bones that you so badly want. See, this is the thing. They know how to distract you. They know how to starve you and get you to the point to where you ain't worried about nothing else but that animal, that bone. So when you're starving to the point to where you'll literally do anything for that bone, then they throw it to you. That way, the only thing that your mind is on is that bone that's right in front of you. You fall for it every single time. It's a reoccurring factor. That's why I'm not worried about what they say is coming out. I ain't worried about it because I know it's a distraction. I know it's keeping us from seeing the bigger picture because we're so focused on what's right in front of us. We're not seeing what's all the way down the road. We're worried about what's right in front of us because what's right in front of us is that bone. Quit worrying about the bone. Focus your attention on what's down the road. Focus your attention on what's behind closed doors. What are they about to do next so you can prepare for it? And I'm telling you, the way this year started off, I'm telling you, they're going to do something. The reason why I say that, Japan started this year off with the earthquake. They started this year off with the list. They started this year off on Call of Duty with some demonic stuff. I don't know if that's just a coincidence or what, but Call of Duty's first update this month, first event of this year, was a demonic event. Is a demonic event still going on to this day. Not still going on, they just started, but you know what I mean. It's still going on right now. It's crazy. They starting this year off on some bold stuff. And they don't even hide it no more. One of the maps on there, they have the Baphomet head as a sticker you can get. They got a map called Satan's Courtyard. They're starting off with some real demonic stuff, bro. And that's how this year is starting off already, which tells me that this year is going to be something crazy. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that you should be scared. I'm sitting here saying that you need to pay attention. You need to watch. You need to listen. Keep your eyes peeled. Watch down the road. It's like driving, but you can't drive while paying attention to the road right in front of you. You got to drive and see what's down the road. You got to see ahead of you. Everybody's watching where they're stepping right in front of them instead of watching in front. Out in front of them, not down in front, out in front. Look out in front. Quit watching down in front. Pay attention so you can prepare the way you need to prepare. Because something's going down. Something's going to go down. Whether you pay attention to it or not, it's going to happen. Whether you realize it or not, it's going to happen. Whether you want it to or not, it's going to happen. Because there's certain people in this world, and I'm going to get you up and out of here. There are certain people within this world who have a certain power, who will do whatever they need to do to keep that power. Whatever they need to do to keep that power. They don't care who loses their life, whose life gets ruined. They would give up their own family, their own blood, to keep that power. Anybody who is that obsessed with keeping their power is going to end up losing it. Their paranoia in losing their power is what's going to be their downfall. As of right now, they're 10 steps ahead of you. Probably even more than that. Probably more like 30 steps ahead of you. But when society gets caught up, when everybody starts to realize what's going on, and we come together as one to stop them, to put an end to it, to bring society back to what it was before, they're going to lose that power. They will lose that power. But we can't because we're always constantly worried about the bones that they're throwing us. Everybody wants that bone. Everybody's fighting over that bone. Everybody's so hungry, so starving, they're fighting over that bone. I'm going to get you up on out of here because I have no idea what you're talking about. Everybody is starving for that bone. Your life could end tomorrow and you wouldn't even know it because you're looking at that bone. That bone's been laced with some type of poison, chemical. You wouldn't even care because you're starving. You want that bone. You're so starving for that bone that you thought it tasted a little funny, but you didn't care because it was a bone and you're starving. You ate it. Guess what? Now you're gone. You are deceasing, slowly decaying over time from the inside out because you jumped to that bone. Just like you jumped to the thing, just like you jumped to the cure, quote unquote cure. You jumped to it. Now look, your family members is gone, your children is gone, you about to be gone. You're decaying from the inside out. You're doing exactly what they want you to do, which is be deleted, deleting yourself. And they sit back and they watch and they laugh. They're eating their popcorn, enjoying the show, drinking their drinks, eating their food, their snacks, and they laugh at you. They laugh at you. It's a shame. It's a shame. So yeah, man, with that being said, I'm gonna get up on out of here. Make sure y'all share with y'all friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. I got things that I gotta take care of. With that being said, I'm out. Deuces.